Hello everyone and welcome to another high-elo game of Age of Empires. Today, rumors of war are swirling around the Mediterranean as the Spanish, played in blue by Hera, prepare to mobilize their forces against the Sicilians, played in red by GL.DauT. Now, while the players heard their herdables explore their immediate surroundings and try to go up to Feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now, the Spanish are a paramilitary civilization that absolutely loves its gunpowder units. Their units fire 18% faster, and their unique unit, the Conquistador, is a heavy-hitting, less accurate mounted hand cannoneer with more HP but less range. Now, in order to defend these costly units on the field of battle, the Spanish can train missionaries, which are basically mounted monks that come with less range and also can't pick up any relics. Now, before you think the shorter range is a massive disadvantage, maybe not, maybe yes. The Spanish can upgrade both their monks and their missionaries to convert enemy units faster, and can upgrade their missionaries to have a small range boost. Now, to support their military-industrial complex, Spanish villagers build structures 30% faster, their blacksmith upgrades cost no gold, and they receive 20 gold for every single technology that's researched throughout the entire game. We'll keep an eye out on the top left of our screen, see if we can catch that in action. Always fun to see Civ features and bonuses play out before our very eyes. Now, why did I call the Spanish a paramilitary organization, rather civilization? Because their villagers can actually be upgraded to get 40 more HP, a massive +2/+2 armor boost, and a +6 attack boost. Now, if you get that upgrade and the sappers upgrade, those villagers can be amazing at taking down buildings, castles, towers, even walls in the late game. Now, opposing the Spanish in blue across the Mediterranean, we've got the Sicilians in red, played by GL.DauT, a civ whose strength, in my opinion, derives from their static defensive structures. To start with, take a look at the top right of your screen. You'll notice the Sicilians do start with 300 more stone, which is great, because they do build town centers twice as fast and castles 50% faster than normal. Now, starting in Feudal, the Sicilians can also build a unique structure, the donjon. Think of this as a mini castle that gains HP and armor as the game progresses, and starting in Castle Age, does shoot multiple arrows even when there's no units inside of it. Now, donjons like the Bulgarian Krepos can be used to train the unique unit of the Sicilians, the Sergeant. This is a medium infantry unit with great base armor, whose HP also increases in Castle Age, and is only one of the 2 unique units in the game that can be trained in Feudal. By the way, you can use those same donjons to build and repair you can use those same sergeants to build and repair donjons. So overall, a pretty cool unit. By far, though, the coolest feature of the Sicilians, in my opinion, their ability to call a first crusade, where each town center spawns 5 donjons, up to a maximum of 5 town centers, meaning 25 sergeants. Did I just say spawns 5 donjons? I meant to say spawns 5 sergeants. A lot of S alliteration so far in this matchup. Spanish, Sicilian, sergeants. In any event, I'll start over. The first crusade is where every one of these town centers spawns 5 sergeants, all the way up to a maximum of 25, meaning 5 town centers. Now, like all infantry units, the sergeant is actually quite susceptible to archer fire, even though it does come with great base armor. So to help protect it on the field of battle, Sicilian knights and cavaliers can be upgraded to get extra armor. All Sicilian infantry, cavalry, and archer units take 33% less bonus damage, and all Sicilian units can be upgraded to be even more resistant to conversion. So we have an interesting play where one civilization can increase the speed of conversion, and the other can increase the defense against conversion. Now, to feed a big, hungry military population, Sicilians have the best farms in the game. Whenever you research a farm upgrade out of this structure, the mill, it more than doubles the amount of food that is added to a farm, meaning that a fully maxed out Sicilian farm comes with over 1,000 food, which is pretty damn bonkers. Let's take a look at the position of the players while they both head up to Feudal. Let's zoom out. Apologies to anyone on a smaller screen. Hera looks pretty snug as a bug over here, no? A nice forest in the forward position, although a bit of a thinner area here. Primary gold, nice and secure in the back. Primary stone, secure in the back as well. Villager versus scout. Drama on the high grasses of Arabia already. Will the villager make it? No, he will not. First kill here going to DauT already, picking off a villager. Not great, not a great start for Hera, and sheep is thiefed. And now Hera first to reach Feudal Age off the back of 18 villagers. Let's take a look, by the way. So, 50 gold in 10 seconds once double bit axe is completed. What is this? Look at DauT and Loom as well. 50 jumps to 70. So it does help. Loom costing 50 gold. You get 20 of it back. It's like almost like a government rebate on your taxes, where you have to pay them 50, but they give you 20 back. And take a look, 70 became 90 at the top of our screen, but that's neither here nor there. Our Sicilian is rushing forward with a donjon drop. I mean, we've seen DauT recently take on the biggest names in the game, and he has been incredibly aggressive. I am not surprised that we are seeing this out of him. 5 villagers forward. His scout being chased away by Hera scout. Not a lot. Oh my god, not a long life for this scout with its 11 HP. Remember that these donjons can actually train spearmen, can actually count as a prerequisite to archery ranges and stables. So DauT does not really even need a barracks. Although back at home, take a look at this. Incredibly susceptible to counterattack here. Where are his primary resources? Very much in the forward position for the gold, but the stone also in the back. Also has 2 forests that create a bit of a wall-off potential possibility here. But in any event, a wall-off not on his mind at all, since he's the one putting on so much aggression. 2 spearmen and a scout. What are you building in here? 2 archers. DauT investing heavily into Feudal Age aggression, is ahead 1 villager, and is also, by the way, taking Hera's, what do we want to call this, secondary? Yeah, it's closer than this pile. It's Hera's secondary gold. I mean, we knew the how do we say, the balls on DauT, the cojones, but to take Hera's gold right underneath his nose. He saw these miners, by the way, with these scouts. Who among us would have the, you know, the temperament? Let's put it nicely. The temperament, the judgment to do something so incredibly aggressive. Does lose a scout though. And now look at this. Hera's inside DauT's base, and there's nothing here. There's just a bit of a funnel. But not even that many villagers inside here. Let's see what Hera can do if he decides to risk it for the biscuit and head south. Yes, he does. Is he just going to bypass the town center, hoping that he doesn't take any damage? Oh, a Viper wall-off attempt by DauT fails miserably. And now Hera's in the back. Oh my god, 4 scouts. 1 dies immediately because these are, again, just scouts at the same time. Looks like DauT has been pushed back in Hera's base. But the action firmly in the back of DauT's base. I don't know why I'm so cottonmouth today. Having a hard time pronouncing words and stuff. Very weird. In any event, when you put on as much aggression as DauT did, and I don't want to say did in past tense, he still is putting on the aggression. The donjon's here. It exposes you at home, but he is heading back. Oh no. The wolf manages to get a few bites off, a few swipes of the paw, and that just damages these spearmen even more, which makes them a little bit weaker against these scout. That is so sour for DauT. Look at the HP on these, 25 joint HP, but he knows they're coming. The villagers are pulled. The scouts have to be careful now to at least fight from the high ground. And Hera just does a little deke maneuver and heads back. Will DauT notice? Yes, of course he does. We should be able to get a few shots off here. And Hera is trapped for a second. Amazing play out of our Spaniard to save the 3 scouts. I mean, look, did they accomplish much? Besides delaying resource collection, 1 kill, which was right here towards the end, didn't really accomplish much. But secondary goals, if you can consider villager kills the primary goal, I think there are two secondary goals of, like I said, distracting and stopping those villagers from mining or gathering resources of any kind, but also the aggression at his base seems like it halted for a bit, which allows Hera to get up 9 army supply and a 2 villager lead. And even though he's got this donjon here, it really doesn't separate him from any critical parts of his base at the moment. He's got gold, he's got stone, he's got a lot of lumber to jack, he's got a lot of space for farms. He's even closing himself off here. Has he seen this pile of gold? Yeah, he has. So walling himself off away from his gold. Now his army is moving, looking to trap this ranged force of GL.DauT, which, by the way, is trapped. Oh, looks like that one archer tried to go off flat world for a second. I wonder why Hera's being so hesitant to engage into here. Does he want to position his... Yeah, look at their HP. This is why he's being so hesitant. If these were full health scouts, Hera would no doubt have rushed in there already, but for now he's happy to keep these units just the hell away from him and his base, shooing them away. Would do well to keep this high ground here, the base of the hill, but he says, you know what, never mind. Enough's enough. Surprised he's going for the skirmishers and not the archer, to be honest. The stronger unit, but I guess it's the skirmishers who get the scout cav kill. And now they are going to die. Hera is heading up to castle about 8 seconds ahead of his opponent. No major advantage or disadvantage to either player. A blacksmith. He has made himself at home here, has our red Sicilian. And by the way, 2-1. Gold jumps from 225 to 255, or 245 rather. And the sergeants are out to play. Look at their base armor of 2-2. Their attack, not the greatest. I wonder if GL.DauT should wall this area off. Create a bit of a funnel himself here. Man, they move slow, but if you let them close the distance, they will absolutely wreck you. The usual 2 attack speed of every infantry, it seems like. Or most infantry. Movement speed, not terrible, but still slower than these skirmishers. So Hera heading out. But he's only pulling 2 of these sergeants. Oh no, he stops. He stops, like I said, the sergeants. If you let them close the gap, the distance, look how quickly they kill units. Oh no. GL.DauT putting on more aggression. This, I'm not sure about this. Underneath the town center. Now they have 3 armor. Hera again, first to reach the next age, a little bit ahead of his opponent. 39 villagers to 37. What will he use his stone for? He uses it for a castle. How many sergeants is this, by the way? 7 sergeants are here. Will he try to contest the castle underneath a town center fire? Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm having deja vu here with Hera playing as the Chinese and that all-in castle of his. And this castle gets denied at 84%. And there's enough sergeants here in the center, between the town center and the castle. And there's a siege workshop going up as well. Man, GL.DauT is just aggression, 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 and I am here for it. Where are these villagers for Hera going? Okay, one does bite the dust. Kill count surprisingly close. Okay, castle's up, but so's the siege workshop, and battering rams are coming out. 1 knight, 1 villager inside there. These sergeants, they're basically... Oh my god, we got a missionary. Oh my god. That is absolutely amazing. Okay, now the castle is going to shoo away these gold miners. I mean, they can relocate to this patch. If he wants to spend 100 wood, he's got 360 wood does that. By the way, what's going on at home? He is up 10 villagers to our Spaniards 31. Sergeants, my goodness, 1 converted sergeant trying to hold the line here. The conquistador comes out. He doesn't care what kind of armor you have. 16 attack is gonna bust through anything, but look at this. 2 rams are out. How many sergeants died trying to reach these rams? Hera ungarrisoning villagers. But it doesn't matter. These sergeants are here. Any villagers that try to attack these rams are going to pay the price. Counter siege workshop for him. Castle's at half of its HP. One ram does go down. A desperate last-ditch effort defense here by our blue Spaniard. Does get one more ram, but now the castle HP is down to a quarter. Oh no, now there's another ram. Is he going to build a third? Yes, of course he is. Look at the conquistadors popping in, popping out. Okay, Donjon's down. Donjon's down. There's no units here to get rid of this castle. Is Hera going to hold on with this castle? It's at 1500 HP. No more units here. A monk? A monk? A monk? Nope. And now it looks like he was trying to take some of this stone. Okay, looks like he took a little bit of it. And now DauT. DauT's retreating. Monk versus Conquistador. Monk dies. Okay, so DauT has just abandoned this entire forward position. Oh man, he gets himself a Conquistador. And the Conquistador gets a scout. Wow. Talk about maximizing every single what's the expression I'm looking for? Squeezing every drop out of that lemon, or out of whatever juice you want to make. Apple juice, orange juice. Getting the convert and then killing a scout. So a conquistador and a scout in exchange for a monk. Oh, and now the villagers are going to start dying to these conquistadors who have 6 kills already. Is this open? No, there's a palisade wall there. But what the hell's a palisade wall going to do against a unit that fires on a 16, even though it has a base accuracy of 65? Monk play back for our red Sicilian. And look at this unit. You don't see the missionary that often in these games. And by the way, look at the donkey he's on. Look at the pretty cool donkey with a blue sash in his tail and his beard and blue hair. These are some pretty hip monks. Some pretty hip missionaries. But look at this. DauT's entire forward position is donezo. Our Spaniard is in castle as is his opponent. But Spaniards in castle mean one thing and one thing only. Gunpowder is about to pop out in big style. 7 conquistadors already out. I have no doubt Hera is going to, once he cleans this up, by the way, we'll start applying significant amounts of pressure, because it doesn't look like DauT is interested in applying any pressure at all. Not with 1 army supply, not with being housed at 70. And by the way, take a look. I always talk about how you should always build as much infrastructure in front of your opponent's base as possible when you're being aggressive, because look how long it's taking Hera to clean this up. And with this amount of time, take a look at the villager lead that our Sicilian has built for himself, with, by the way, now going up to 5 town centers. I wonder what that means. Are we going to see a first crusade? I sure hope so. But sergeants against conquistadors might not be a fair fight. In any event, speaking of fair fights, who cares? He's got 3 army supply. It's 3 monks against 13 units. The monks are slowly making their way over here. Let's see if he gets distracted by this outpost. Oh, he might get a convert here. He might get a second one too. He gets 2 converts. Not bad at all. Abandons the monks, says, you know what, I'm not going to micro a unit that moves incredibly slow. I'm just going to micro these conquistadors instead. And look at this, our Sicilians have gunpowder units of their own all of a sudden. But still, we're 33 minutes into the game. Hera still has not cleared up this infrastructure. This is why it's so important. It's not because you think the house is super duper important, or this archery range now adds incredible amounts of value. It's the fact that your opponent just can't leave these structures behind enemy lines. I mean, just like in real war, do you want your enemy barracks in your territory? No, you don't. You have to deal with it, and dealing with it takes time. Look at the monk. Look at the monk. At half of its HP. Another monk comes from the left, but a little bit too far. Oh, go after him now. He's carrying a relic. Can't convert if he's carrying a relic. Ooh, very close here to losing those two converted conquistadors. And still needing time. Okay. So we're now at the 34-minute mark of the game, and Hera has just now cleared out the infrastructure that GL.DauT plopped in front of his base so annoyingly. That just goes to show you why support for my theory or my proposition that if you're going to aggress against your opponent, build as much infrastructure as possible. Hera sees this castle, knows to back away. There's not much he can do here with a few conquistadors against a castle. Not with their 6 range. Mining camp will be the last remaining structure here. It'll take about 1,000 years to go down with this unupgraded scout cavalry unit. But 4 town centers for a Spaniard, I mean, 3 of them are very clumped. I'm not going to say I mind this at all, especially if you know your opponent's going melee. If he's attacking the town center on the left, you can attack him with the one on the right and vice versa. There's a castle here to support. I am absolutely flabbergasted that that castle still didn't go down. GL.DauT doing basically everything he could. Rams, sergeants, a donjon to take that castle down. Okay, Hera does manage to get 50% of the converted conquistador army. We'll see how long GL.DauT wants to keep this unit alive. Not that long, it looks like. Or he's just trying to stall these guys until the monks can come out. 4 monks to 3 monks, including a missionary. Hera first to click up to Imperial. GL.DauT's resources tell us that he is also about to click up to Imperial. And look at this. Stone, wood, all manner of obstructions here to keep this Spanish raiding army the hell out of his gates, the hell out of his settlement, the original palisade walls. So our Sicilian is expanding, by the way, in both directions. So decentralizing his base in a fantastic play. When you're fighting against an opponent that can quickly raid you, I mean, 1.43 is pretty damn fast. And look at this one converted sergeant just... Oh, I'm just going to hang out here with you guys. But sprawling out, never a bad idea. As long as you can maintain some semblance of control and compartmentalize. The fact that he has this giant escarpment here is an absolute treasure to our red Sicilian. This is amazing. This is land that cannot be changed by Hera. And so this is about, what? A good number of resources, a good number of stone and vision that he doesn't need because he's got that unpassable piece of land. So he knows he's about to get raided. He is a minute away from Imperial. His opponent 30 seconds away from Imperial. Another converted conch. Oh, monk bites the dust against this mangonel, which racks up its first kill. Second kill now. No, it looks like the conquistadors got that monk, that villager rather, first. Or no, the conquistador. Okay. Converts a few of these knights. But the mangonel is down, the missionary is down, and now the knights say, you know what, forget our former friends. We need to chase down these conquistadors because you are now an Imperial. And the last thing I need is elite conquistadors banging down the front gates of my settlement. Hera with a very defensive castle here. I predicted he would have gotten... He was going to get super aggressive with GL.DauT. I guess he's taking a more measured, calm approach, even though he is down 25 villagers. Army supply for both players not exactly super high at the moment. But the mobility of our Spaniard is really what's helping him keep map vision. Look at Hera's map vision, by the way. He sees with monks, with conchs, with this still one converted sergeant. GL.DauT, for his part, plopping down a bunch of outposts. And in 23 seconds, these are going to be cavaliers. Hera managing to pick up a good amount of villagers so far. with these conquistadors. 16 kills. Let's see them become... Oh, let's see these guys become cavaliers. Look at that. No hauberk just yet. Oh, Hera's going to lose a bunch of villagers trying to block these guys in. Okay. But they are sticking around, which is giving Hera time to bring in reinforcements. And my goodness, sanctity, conscription, redemption, fervor, illumination. Our Spaniard is getting every monk tech available to the Spanish, which, by the way, is every single monk tech available in the game. Another defensive castle here. Hera with 2 very defensive castles. Look at this. Monk production out of control. His monks, oh my god, they're gonna convert from further away. They're gonna convert siege and buildings. They're gonna walk faster. They're gonna heal, or rather regain their faith faster. You just can't let these cavaliers... There's the hauberk upgrade. Take a look at their armor now. 8 pierce armor. You know what? 8 pierce armor against a conquistador that attacks on a 16? I don't mind it, to be honest. That means every ball that hits, remember, their accuracy is terrible, 65%. So every one of these balls that hits actually does connect, does 16 minus 8 damage. So 8 damage to a unit with 140 HP. And unless I'm mistaken, no bonuses of any kind whatsoever. So the Sicilians might actually be perfectly positioned here. Oh my god, even more theocracy. Now chemistry supremacy. Hera getting every upgrade, every tech under the sun. Take a look in 3, 2, 1. Look at the stats on the bottom of your screen. 80 HP for a villager, 9 attack, 3 and 4 armor. That is just absolutely bonko. So Hera here. And now, now he's getting Inquisition as well. Oh my goodness. This is where they can... Oh my god. Oh my god. At the same time, one civilization is getting Inquisition to make their monks convert units quicker. At the same time, our Sicilian is getting the First Crusade, which makes his units, how do we want to say this, tankier against conversions? I think one lowers the amount of time required for conversion. One raises the amount of time, both minimum and maximum. The conversion mechanics in this game are absolutely slot machine-like. There's a minimum number of time you need before you can do a conversion. There's a maximum number of time. And by the way, 25 sergeants just popped out. But again, against conquistadors, I don't know. They are pretty slow moving, and now they're jammed up here with some villagers who are, for some inexplicable reason, choosing this exact moment to operate their gold mine. But it doesn't seem like Hera's noticing. What are the sergeants looking like now? Not bad, but oh man, what do you do against these conquistadors that now pack a punch at 18? That was absolutely horrible there for our Sicilian. But he's inside the base. Missionaries, missionaries everywhere. Hera is just saying what's yours is mine. And basically just converting every possible unit he can. At the same time at the front, more and more. Okay, now the castle is under attack. The first trebs from our Spaniard are out. Army supply 45 to 32. And remember, of that 32, 20 of it is light cav, which is just not great. Now you've got a unit with 6 armor against a unit that attacks on an 18. 12 damage to a unit with 80 HP means 7 shots. And these guys are dead. Oh, but they're closing in on the missionaries. 1 goes down, 2 go down. No, you left the 3rd one. 3rd one does go down. Now they're going after... I mean, look at this. Hera really playing to the strength of the Spaniards here with these monks and missionaries. What are you, by the way? You're a cavalier. Okay, loses a treb, which leaves him with 3 trebs. Light cav streaming forward. Oh my god, Hera got Bombard Tower and Masonry. Okay, I thought we were going to see aggression. He waited until the 50-minute mark to prove me right. Okay, looks like this guy does ultimately bite the dust. I wonder if GL.DauT is wasting a few too many units with these run-bys and should just conglomerate his entire army into a death ball here. He's building 12 cavaliers at once and just swarm over this Spanish army here. I mean, monks are a serious threat. 4 monks, 17 missionaries. Holy sh... Bombard towers as well. I told you, you need a big set of balls to take Hera's gold. Where was it? The gold that was here. Somewhere here. It was somewhere here, right? You need a big pair to try to pull a move like that against Hera. And now Hera is saying, you tried to do what to me? I am just going to move forward with literally the strongest possible units in the game. He's got 23 elite conquistadors, 18 missionaries, 4 monks, 5 trebs, and who knows how many bombard towers. We will count them in the end. Another castle falls for our Sicilian. And at this stage, I mean, what do you do here as the Sicilian? Continue building cavalry. You're out of food. He's got 78 villagers on food, so he just needs to hold on. Probably another few minutes. Get out. His gold is starting to dwindle. Maybe a meat shield of light cav. I'm gonna zoom out. Apologies to anyone on a smaller screen. As usual, 8 stables. It looks like were these converted, or did did Hera build them? I think probably converted. And here we go. Charge of the light brigade here. Cannons to the left of them, cannons to the right of them. What an absolute epic bloodbath here. This does have the feeling of finality to it, though. Oh, no. Not getting the damage on the missionaries that he needs. And what an absolute boss hold here by Hera. An absolute terrible engagement for GL.DauT. Literally the charge of the light brigade. Oh, we have to watch that again. Hey, I'm not surprised. Look at it. I mean, he's got no resources. Wow. That was absolutely an epic way. One of the best ways we've ever ended a game on this channel. So look at this. 11 bombard towers just in this screen alone. So what does GL.DauT do first? So he goes north to go after the missionaries. Not a bad idea. Immediately loses all of his light cav. I don't think he got a single missionary. And then by that time, his thicker, juicier cavalry is here, but so are the bombard towers. Oh my god. Imagine these were Byzantine bombard towers. And now what an absolute disaster here. More cav to the north trying to get these missionaries. But there's 18 missionaries left. Conquistador count still at 15. 73 kills already. Wow. What an absolute disastrous charge for GL.DauT. I mean, look, I think he had no real choice here. Like I said, glom up your entire army into one big death ball and attack. But man, oh man, he got trebs of his own. He's also, by the way, being raided to death here. 15 kills, 13 villagers, monks converting villagers. I mean, Hera is literally throwing the most powerful, some of the most powerful units in the game. And GL.DauT just cannot hold on. What the hell is this? 18 bombard towers. Trebs, conquistadors, elite conquistadors. What's their kill count at the end? 75 kills. Talk about babysitting your units and getting the most out of your units. 44. No, okay, I was going to say villagers, but no, some of them are mining gold. Okay, not 44, just 31. Hera with 31 villagers in the forward position. An absolute epic hold by him, by the way, earlier on. I was, let's put it like at 80% sure that the castle was going to fall. I was about 80% sure. But it stays strong, or rather stays alive, stands strong. And wow, just an absolute terrible engagement there for DauT. 36 conquistadors against 122 light cav. Just goes to show you, if you babysit, if you micro your units enough, 36 of them are pretty, not a high number, but pretty damn powerful number to have. Peaked at the earlier stages of the game, peaked very early on. DauT not even breaking a sweat with 98. Look at that. That is absolutely epic here. All 5 relics going to Hera. So, of course, he has more gold than his opponent. Stone count basically identical. Wood count basically identical. Food is where the big difference is. And there our Sicilian has about 8,000 more. Let's take a look at converts. This is going to be hilarious. 49 converts. That's a 98 unit swing. If you don't know what I mean by that, I'll explain very quickly. Let's say you have 10 units and your opponent has 10 units. If you convert one of your opponent's units, you now have 11 and your opponent has 9. So even though you only converted 1 unit, it's a swing of 2. Now you have a 2 unit advantage. If you convert 2 units, you have 12, he has 8, you now have a 4 unit advantage. So converting 1 unit counts as essentially a 2 unit swing. So 49 units is an 98 unit swing for our Spaniard, who gets 311 kills to the 136 of his opponent. More than double. And 72 of those are villager kills. I'm happy for DauT that he at least got 52 villager kills with all of those raids. But again, I ask what I asked earlier. Did he throw away too many cavaliers with these raids? You know, little clumps of 2, 3, sometimes we saw even up to 8 or 10. And I love the compartmentalization of him, of his, of his base. Because he knows you're fighting an opponent that can very quickly traverse the length of the map, shoot you here, and then run and shoot you here. So you give them as few avenues of attack as possible. That being said, despite a very aggressive start from DauT, he then established his base. I love that we got to see the first crusade. And by the way, exactly what I wanted to happen happened. The Spanish got Inquisition and made their monks and missionaries convert units quicker. And by the way, +1 range on the missionaries gives them 11 range to the 12 of the monk now with block printing. But one civilization makes it conversions quicker, and the other got First Crusade, which makes conversions take longer. I really do wonder, has Spirit of the Law made a video comparing what happens if a Spaniard gets Inquisition, but a Sicilian gets First Crusade, and what impact that actually has? Do they perfectly cancel each other out? I might, that's another thing I'm going to look into. But what an absolute fascinating game. And Hera here with the, I don't even know what to call this, chaotic insanity, sweeps over our Sicilian, who I don't think was prepared for such a massive gunpowder forward army. And not only gunpowder, but monks and missionaries. I mean, come on. 18 missionaries by Hera to supplement the 4 monks that he's had. Basically, I think the entire game. And Hera with 49 converts, 311 kills, a shiitake mushroom ton of bombard towers, does sweep over our Sicilian, takes the game. But GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.